We are set for an interconference collision. You don't see it too often, but it's Big Ten versus Big 12 battling for bragging rights. Welcome to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the one and only Autzen Stadium. As we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. The Ducks will kick this deep to start us off. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. He breaks loose at the 40. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They make the stop, but he's in enemy territory now. First down to the 45.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. So we got the Big Ten versus the Big 12, two conferences that have been reshaped dramatically in recent years, Kirk. Always interesting to have these two leagues collide. It's an opportunity.
Yeah, and the Big Ten and the Big 12, they don't have a ton of history together, but they do have some history in recent years. Remember, Ohio State and Oklahoma had a home-and-home. Ohio State beat Oklahoma in Norman, and then the following year, remember Baker Mayfield planting the Oklahoma flag after they upset Ohio State.
Here he goes. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
The Red Raiders lining up here on 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Looking to throw it from the red zone. It's an out route. The catch made. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line. And the Red Raiders come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Looking to throw. It's Morton. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's down right there, but it's enough for a first down.
Boy, I thought the defender was in really good position here. It's kind of working that receiver to the sideline. I didn't think he had enough room to come down with it. Somehow he comes up with the catch and gets a foot down.
The Red Raiders will line up now. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Now the all-important extra point.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Benson. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. On the run, it's Hughes. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. So an early season test for both teams, a top 25 matchup. Both trying to get off to a quick start here, Kirk, and set the tone for the rest of this one.
Well, that's the beauty of these matchups early in the year. You're either going to come out fast or fall flat, and one of these teams will experience the latter. This game is crucial to kick-starting your team in the right direction for the season. These kind of games create that type of momentum that they can carry with them on a week-to-week basis.
That short completion sets up a 3rd down play. Back to pass. It's Moore. It's a dart right down the middle. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Look out, he's in the clear. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. That's caught. It's Williams. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
It's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Catch made on the out route. They'll play more than enough for a 1st down. Sets them up at the 24. And the Red Raiders hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The sack moves him into extreme field goal range here. Got to do something now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Morton. Moves out of the pocket. Escapes the pocket. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, that's a big-time scramble by that quarterback. My gosh, if you're the defensive coordinator, you got to be scratching your head. You had him at 2nd forever. You take away everything downfield, and this guy picks up these yards by running the ball. Now, it's 3rd down. You better make up for it right here.
Quick throw over the middle. He makes the grab. You make the stop, but it'll be 1st down from the 13.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those.
Looking for the end zone, has a lane. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Texas Tech.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the back. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
That's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Here's the second down play. Looking downfield. It's Moore. The pocket breaking down. A throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, just throw the ball away, see what happens on this next down.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
How about the call here? They go with the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. He's a dangerous returner. Found a good lane there. They finally get him, but excellent field position at the start of this drive. Offense is back out on the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. The Red Raiders will crank up the tempo.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He can go. What a stiff arm. And he steps out, but that's the takeaway this defense was looking for.
Boy, the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
Caught behind the line. It's Moore. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to hit the sticks. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking to throw. It's Moore. He's running out of time here. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Tackled, but first down.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On first and 10, looking to throw. Oh, they've got him on the blitz.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Trapped again in the pocket.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. Is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Taking a shot deep down the right side. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaks into the clear. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And the Red Raiders looking to cash in the red zone. And then first down right back to the running game. They try the middle but gain nothing on that play.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And here's the handoff. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. He didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not one, not two, but 3 rushing touchdowns in one game? What a day.
Attack on the PAT, and it's 21-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Gives it to the back. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Running through the tackle. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. The Ducks hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
The offense comes up with a huge gain. It looks like they're going to go up-tempo. Keep this momentum going and keep the defense as much as you can on their heels.
It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover.
Boy, when you're trailing like this early in a game, it makes it very easy on the defense. All they're going to do is have a straight line at the quarterback, knowing he's back there trying to throw the football, trying to play catch-up. It's not going to be the last time we're going to see this quarterback on his back.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Off play action, he's looking to throw. They got him again. He's like a statue back there.
Boy, this defense is having a game. So much pressure, so many sacks already. We're not even to halftime. The offense better do a better job of protecting, and I think the offensive coordinator needs to make some adjustments in his pass pro to give this quarterback a chance.
And the returner will be brought down. First play of the drive. They'll begin at the 38. Looking to pass. It's Morton. Running out of time in the pocket. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
I mean, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Up play action, bringing pressure. Blitz and a quick sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He's got it with room to run. He's in the clear. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas Tech. Too much speed for the defense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Swarm for the pass rush, a sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Grab behind the line. It's Whittington. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. It's an out route. The catch made. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Just time enough for one more play in the half. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looks right and lets it fly. Finds his man, has the first down. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Oregon.
Boy, this is a huge score. Not only to cut into the lead, Chris, but just psychologically to be able to score like this. You go in at halftime, you make some adjustments, you get ready to make a big comeback now in the second half.
Extra point try coming now. After the PAT, they trail 28-7. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Red Raiders will kick it deep to begin the second half. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab behind the line, it's Stewart. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. The Ducks come to the line in a hurry up. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete on 4th down. The offense will now take over in plus territory.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to pass. It's Morton. He escapes the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. It's incomplete. The defense rises up and gets the stop against this very efficient 3rd down offense. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. And the lead remains at 21 after the miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
To begin the drive here, set up at the 30. He keeps it on a design run. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Now here's the toss play. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first step. Love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And the Ducks look to keep this drive moving.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it on 4th and inches. It's just a little bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these, they go for that one too, because it clearly has worked out for them.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab. It's Whittington. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Deep shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Catch made on the out route. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Looking to pass here on second down. The sure hands. It's low. They bring him down, but a solid gain moves the football to the 24 and a first down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to scramble. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. 1st and 10 from the 11.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
The Ducks are going to cash in this red zone trip. Receiver in motion now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pass rush closing in. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on first down. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And they've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Looking to the end zone. That pass is no good. Incomplete to wrap up play here in the 3rd quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And the running back takes the handoff. Here he goes. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Handoff heading left. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The DB is backing off from the line now. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Why, another great pass by this quarterback. You know, you really got to give a lot of credit to the offensive coordinator and the quarterback today. They protected the ball well, but maintained a calculated level of aggression in keeping this game out of reach from their opponent.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now it's second down here. And now the running back's got it again. As the first down is still going. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
Well, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football and trying to get out.
Breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. This offense cannot be stopped.
Wait, Chris, 1, 2, 3. This is his fourth rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score. Texas Tech 35, Oregon 7.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Turn starts inside the 15. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Defense is coming after him. Ball's incomplete, but a flag on the play. Let's see who this is on. Well, the lineman a little too far downfield, like a sheep wandering away from the flock, and that's a costly penalty. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. First down and more. He's still running. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Loss of 2. Second down coming up.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
The passing game just hasn't been consistent today. It's plain and simple. They might not quite be out of it yet, but they have to start connecting soon, or this one will be over.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. We'll hand it off. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Got a nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off with some nice positive yards.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
First down, looking to throw the football. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Second down now after the sack. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
My gosh, Chris, it's been a rough night for this offense and this poor quarterback. Took a shot there as he released the ball, and the defense is just teeing off on him here late in these obvious drop-back situations.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Out of the gun now on third down. Quick dart to the right. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
The decision to go for it doesn't pan out.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
A jet sweep here. Can the receiver get the edge? The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's second down and 13. Important play coming up. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down play coming up. Pounding away with the run game. Passes the 40. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed.
He's in the clear. Well, finally some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job containing him until that play.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out, but I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big carries, you're just kind of body blowing this defense, and eventually, bang, you're able to hit a big one here when it really matters.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled business. Did what we expected them to do, Kirk, but they did it with impressive focus and execution.
Man, you said it. These guys just seem to be on a mission today. They weren't going to let anything get in their way, especially another ranked opponent. This team was motivated from the opening kickoff.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.